Here's a witch.
He's off, ghost.
There we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a critically average adventure. And this one, some people say, the premium version of critically average adventures. This one we like to call out the cold. It's a D&D 5e campaign I'm playing with my friends, and these are my friends.
Yes.
Last time we saw our friends, our compatriots, they had got somewhere. It was amazing. They'd travelled. They'd moved from a place to another place.
Okay,
You know,
it's
like
not
the
that
whole...
bad. We didn't
There's
stay
quite a
as
lot-
long, and we
extensive
stay in
chapter the
Kansas.
DMG that talks about travel. And I haven't got to exercise that very much with this group. But it's fine, because you're doing it now. So out and about in the snow, a couple of problems happened. We had a broken sprue on the sled car TARDIS, which we had to stop, and Nyala couldn't repair at that moment. And we were worried it was going to go forwards and maybe snap. So we're going to rest. We're going to have a little camp here. We're going to have to stop here for a bit. Nyala going to prepare mending, I believe, was the idea. Overnight to get this fixed up. However, on the watches, some 300 feet away, as the sun was setting, we saw in the trees these undead using your familiar, flying over your little owl cat kind of creature beast that flew over and saw.
You can say Queenie.
Queen. We'll use the correct naming. Queenie. It's an individual. It doesn't need to be described as a beast. Maybe that was a bit too harsh. And witnessed zombies of sorts, and then a big zombie of sorts. And then as the next watch happened, more of them zombies come. And they're all off in the forest across this kind of... I want you to picture that you are pretty exposed where you are in a kind of ice plain. Maybe you found like a slight divot, the remainder of this road. But when you're on the back, you've got a direct line of sight to the beginnings of the mountains, and the way that the valley path turns into the mountains between these two great peaks. And the side of these are snow covered with great tall evergreens. So like pines and things like that, that still remain heavy with leaf and foliage, even in these colder climes in the Fruhast. And that's what you had seen until it was time for Maruk's watch. Now Maruk was watching and still just saw these creatures just swaying like still in the forest, rocking back and forth, seemingly unaware of your presence or not caring too much about you being there. And then you heard the siding of another vehicular thing coming in, and you shouted out near zombies that had been passive for most of this time. Who goes there, etc., etc. Where you were leapt upon by an individual who managed to pin you to the ground, hold their hand over your face, which was really, really annoying for Maruk, and tell you to be quiet, basically. And then you had some sort of strange discussion in the downtime about his line of jewelry that he'd been making out of zombie fingers. And they were talking, there was talk of like expanding the line, showing you the ropes, maybe getting you in on this business transaction. Maybe, you know, there might be a partnership here in zombie accessories that, you know, that Maruk hadn't really thought of. He, you know, he's established Rook Brew quite well in the city of Kanzax, but moving
Rook's a businessman, what can we say?
Yeah, this is it. Like, everyone thinks that he's just he's the bugbear barbarian. He's just going to lump things. No. This is an investing bugbear. This is a bear planning for the future. Yeah. So you're on the back of the cart, He's invited you basically to come zombie hunting with
He's
him.
He's the Dwight Schrute of barbarians.
You wanted to look at the ring. Which ring are we looking at? Eri?
Oh, I was just choosing my skill for my what's his face ring, because I think have some of us long rested and maybe not all of us long rested.
I'm going to say you will all have had enough time to get in a long rest, and you will be refreshed, ready for your journey. And Niala, you can have prepared mending if you wish to have changed your spells. Anybody wants to change their spells, anything line up, refresh anything that you have with you that refreshes on a long rest, which is basically everything.
I would like to refresh my spells, please.
Yes, you can do that.
Thanks.
Your spell hit
spells.
thing is refreshed.
No, I would like to change that for smack thing.
Smack thing. Okay,
Thank
yeah, cool.
you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can. That's within your prerogative as a barbarian to change your spell slot to hit thing, instead of wallop thing.
Isn't it spell
That's when
constitution?
some barbarian get magic.
So yeah, you are invited on this thing, Maruk. Tell me, what do you say?
So what you're saying to me is we can go and hit things, kill these husk zombie things, and then we can fashion jewelry and then sell it. Yes?
Yeah, that's what sell? I've been just collecting. Got a mighty fine collection.
I don't doubt that for a second.
You can come back to my place and see.
I think I'll pass on that for now.
Suit yourself.
Maybe in the future, but as of this very moment, it's been a while since I've been able to swing my lovely warhammer at anything, so I feel like it would only be right and good to go and give them a jolly good rogering.
I agree.
And he stands up from you, and he puts his hand down to help you up.
I just get up. I don't take that. I just stand up.
And he goes up and up and up and up, and you look down upon this individual, and this dwarf is like standing before you. There is the ring of this set of fingers. There is hair. There is a fur jacket, but you're not sure where the difference is between where the hair is beard and the hair is plaited, and then you think that some of him might be plaited into his jacket at points. You're not quite sure where this amount of braiding has gone on, but is insulated to say the least. And there's just this kind of big red nose that sticks out of the middle, frostbitten and like red, and definitely could do with some moisturizer or some sort of sunblock on there.
So let me just get someone to, watch the truck, and then we'll be on our way, yeah?
Yeah. And he turns around and he's got his back to you now and looks out towards the thing.
Holy shit.
What?
They heard you.
They heard me? What do you mean
Points
they heard
out-
me?
He points out into the waste, and you see a horde starting to move out of these trees. One or two at first, and quite slowly. And then there's kind of like this flicker of realization, and they begin to run.
So by the looks of it, it would be best if I raised everyone.
And I'm not going to even make you roll an intelligence check. Yes.
No. Like I said that to him.
Well, I'd
What
say
do
you
you
need to get
reckon?
this thing moving.
Or do you reckon we can take them?
As you say that, bursting through the tree line is a frost giant.
I still stand by it. Do you reckon we
Wow.
can take them?
They're running.
I
Real
can see that.
fast.
That's not the question I'm asking. I said, do you reckon we can take them?
Does he reckon we
say-
can take him?
You say that you have killed hundreds, thousands of these things. Do you reckon the two of us could take them?
He rolled a natural 1 on his intelligence check.
Yeah. Why the hell not?
Well, then I will go and find someone to cover the watch, and we will go and kick their ass. How does that sound?
Every 6 seconds,
Yep.
just so you know,
Yep.
a frost giant can move quite fast.
Oh, fuck.
So in a round, in a dash, just so you have some idea of how fast this thing is moving. It is 80 feet.
Okay. And how far away are they?
They were 300 to start with. You spent some time talking, so they're coming very quickly.
So maybe 12 seconds and they'll be on us? Would that be fair?
You need to be quick, yeah.
Okay. I'm literally going to shout at the top of my lungs. Right, everybody up, battle positions. And then if it's like literally screaming, like gonna open
Yeah, through the hatch.
and
And
then just like, right,
weird
get
floaty
the
head thing
fuck
with
up.
yeah,
Get the fuck up. We either need to leave or we need to fight.
everybody make perception checks and see who wakes up.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh dear.
And then I've got something to do after this.
Mm-hmm.
I say I got the fuzzy dice.
Would this be passive perception though? Because we're all-
I have a 10.
10. Mm-hmm. Bishop.
What's my
18.
passive on this one?
18. Awake like a you sit up, bolt awake.
Yeah, I would like for me, I always imagine like whenever Bishop sleeps, he's like always hanging off the bed, you know?
Yeah.
So like when they're like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
Like
And
that.
then you realize that you desperately need the toilet after that cup of water you had midnight. It's like
Yeah,
mid
I think
sleep,
you're like,
never
"Ah."
good. Like busting for the loo now.
I also got an 18.
You are awake, and Ketu is like up on your chest, like looking round, and there's the rook head kind of thing, looking in through the beautiful, weird, picturesque windows that you look out upon. And Arden, what was yours? Sorry.
I got a 10.
10.
Same as Niala.
And for
You are heavier sleepers, even with a bugbear bellowing into the interior of this space. Nyala and Arden still seem asleep. Bishop, Nyala, do you try to rouse them? Bishop Nan?
What I'm gonna do is we know that there's undead, right?
You know
Oh,
that you've
assuming.
seen them. You've seen them
Yeah,
from the
I'm
camp.
assuming it's the undead we've seen. So what Bishop is gonna do is go into like her bag that she has beside her, and take out like what seems like a small, like impractical size hammer, you know, and who was asleep? Nyala and
Nyala
Arden?
and Arden, yeah.
Arden.
I'm gonna wake up Arden, like go like across the face, like not hard, but just like
Yeah.
enough
Yeah,
to wake him up, and
Yeah,
then
at this physical contact, this does wake you up, but you're like groggy from the
Okay.
sleep.
I'm awake. I'm awake. I am awake.
And then you hear like this bugbear going, "Come on!" and you're like, "How did I sleep through this?"
And then
Oh,
after that, they're gonna kind of like twist the handle,
Yeah.
and you see it like becoming large as it becomes like a giant maw for them to use.
Okay. So you kind of activate this huge maul. Nyala, you're still asleep. Nan,
What position is Nyala in sleeping?
how does
Yeah.
Nyala sleep?
He I don't remember. Is it some kind of fire inside fireplace?
Little hearth.
She would be near the fireplace with the cat.
with
Oh
Godfrey.
yeah, our weird cat. Yeah, I remember. Our
Oh god,
spooky
yeah,
cat.
he's got that weird. He's really like he's a Tory cat.
Again. Theme, Tori. Ketu, can you wake up Nyala?
Keto runs over. Godfrey wakes up, hisses, and then Keto barks and or like does that kind of weird wolf, that high pitched thing, and then that confusion wakes you up, Nyala, as these two are like going at each other and then like tussling on the floor.
She
Yeah,
just look
eventually-
at him and be like, "Shut up!"
Goes back to
Eventually,
sleep.
at that, Godfrey leaps, like does one of those vertical cat takeoffs, and is on top of the cabinet, and Keto just looks and then stalks back to you now.
How in
well,
the hell do you expect someone to sleep with this ruckus?
And then you hear Bugbear "Roar!" from outside, and then we're back to Rook. What are you doing?
So as soon as the frost giant is within 40 feet of me, I'm going to basically grab my hammer and jump while raging and smack him in the face.
Okay, so you're going to run up. So
Yeah.
you're readying. You're like that. You see this thing coming.
I'm
The
like,
rest of the creatures are slower. They're further back in this
Yeah.
pack. This is the one that can move the speed with its longer gait. You would make the assumption.
yeah.
Charging towards you. I think you need to roll an initiative then.
Okay. Because I'm kind of looking in the tent and then literally turning around last second, jumping and smacking him, would that be a surprise attack?
He's looking at you though.
Fuck.
You can see this thing, I'm afraid.
Never mind. There.
Okay, that's interesting.
are we all initiativing or just?
We can
Bullshit.
do, yeah, why not?
18.
Let's all get some initiatives, and we'll do that way. I just need to see what this guy's thing is. Great, this is fantastic.
I have a 16 initiative.
Oh, okay, so it's a 16.
I also get 16 initiative.
Ah,
Ooh,
18.
higher
it's your
dex?
dexterity.
My dex is 17.
Yeah, you got bigger
Woke
than
up
me. I got a
first, going
16.
last, you know.
Okay, so that's Nan is above with a 16, and Rook is top, I think, with an 18. Did you say Rook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Look, I have a wand.
and Luke was
I have a hammer.
you're at 0, Fish.
I'm at 7.
You're at 7, okay, and Arden
15.
15. Okay, cool. Okay, so we got Arden.
Yeah, doesn't even have a
We've
wand.
got-
She just have a crystal on her chest.
Our
Rook
little
has a big
dwarf
hammer.
friend. We've got these, and then we've got in here we've got our little bishop. Okay, so the creatures are charging towards the space. Rook, you are first in this instance, please.
So first off, I think, standard, I would very much like to rage.
Aha, this is a fine thing to do right now,
Mhm.
right here, right now, as Fat Boy himself.
Uh, and then I would like to recklessly swing Captain Smashy. Can I get any better? No. That is a natural 20.
Mwah. Mwah. Thank you.
Mwah. So that is 23. Wait, what? So I'm so confused. Roll 20. No, D&D Beyond is doing some weird stuff.
Because it's D&D Beyond. It likes to do
Yeah.
strange things.
So 13 bludgeoning damage, doubled for nat 20, that's 26. And then 8 radiant damage. Is that doubled as well?
Is it a dice you roll?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's 16 radiant damage. And then 2 rage damage.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. Lovely job. Second attack?
Yeah, I'm also going to recklessly swing
Mhm.
Muyammer. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And then that is 20, so 10 bludgeoning damage, 8 radiant damage, and 2 rage
So
damage.
20 in total.
Yeah, 20 damage. I'm just splitting it up in case you've got any.
Yeah, sure. No
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, okay. That's lovely. So yeah, you describe how that happens. You leap off the cart.
So yeah, kind of like, I'm in in the like opening, kind of shouting like, right, let's fucking go. And I hear it getting closer. Like now or never. Turn around, literally leap off. Led Zeppelin does start playing, and you literally just see Captain Smashy just start to glow with like radiant energy, and then just literally just leap up and just boff right in the face, and then kind of like and then as I'm kind of passing, kind of like almost kind of with the like the swing, kind of turn myself midair, and then on the back of the head, kind of like.
So you kind of like
Bonk
leaping
it.
past it, like
Yeah, like bonk, bonk.
like
And
this in the
then-
back of the head. So
Yeah, and
the
then
first
land.
swing hits in the face, and
Yeah.
you see what equivalent equates to whatever internal juices it has left start
Mhm.
leaking into its white beard. It's nice, like a blue slush puppy. And then the back of the head knocks a couple of teeth loose out of the front as it falls forward, and it will
yeah.
start trying to spin and come towards you.
Yeah, I will land and then just let out this like immense just roar.
Yeah, and then in front of you, when you land, you just see
Yeah,
this
I'm like,
horde of zombies charging towards you. at
come
this
and
point.
get some.
Oh no.
It is next. Nan, it is your turn. And then it's Nyala. You're up next. Nyala, you haven't seen outside yet, so you don't know, and neither do you, Nan, know what's going on outside, just to kind of make sure you're up to date. So Nan
Okay.
first, please.
I suppose then I will use my movement to get outside and see what's going on.
You step out, and to your left, you hear this bellow, and you see an undead frost giant thing standing there, towering above you and even towering above Rook, which is an impressive sight, as Rook is quite a large creature. And you see across the wastes these charging zombies, to put it bluntly, careering across the waste at top speed towards your cart. You also see on the back of the front of your wagon a dwarf like cheering, going, "Yay, get him!"
Okay, cool. But doesn't look like a threat. Just a random rando dwarf having the best time.
This dwarf seems to be cheering on for the bugbear, not cheering for the side of the unholy undead.
Okay. I'm gonna ready my bow. I think I'm gonna use my bonus action first, and I'm gonna bonus action Wanderer's Blessing from my bow.
Okay.
And get 50 feet of movement for 10 minutes.
You're going to be speedy around this place.
I'm going to be as speedy as I can. So I think what I'm going to try and do is, as I get my shot ready, which is going to be a fiery arrow shot. I'm going to sort of strafe to try and draw away from the cart, because we just got it fixed. So I'm going to keep putting our cart in peril. And Esben and Bjorn.
We need to find a master craftsman that's going to make this a hardy cart.
Well, I feel like we just
need a flying cart, to be honest.
I think we need better camo for the cart. I think that's the thing.
Oh yeah, getting it kitted out with some sort of like mask of many faces, but for the cart.
Or for me to not keep like drawing things towards it.
Yeah, well, the first time wasn't really your fault. You didn't like the cannonballs and the undead the skeletons were not technically Rook's fault at all.
Technically, okay. So
if at all,
I don't think I feel confident enough to sharpshooter this. I want it to hit. So
okay,
let's just go with a straight up shot. So it's just a regular bow shot, isn't it? And then we do alchemist fire stuff.
You do the burning afterwards. We assume it smashes if it hits.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Nice.
It's not going to hit. It's a natural one.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Right, Luke. It hits Luke.
No,
not Arden. It hits Luke.
Let's have a D4.
It goes through the fourth wall and hits Luke.
That would be awful if it happened.
3.
You pull back, you launch it, and it seems like it's going right, but then it kind of hits a snow drift somehow, like it like maybe one of the fletchings comes off and it starts spinning, hits the snow drift, flips back and kind of lands behind you. There's flames burning now behind you. You have highlighted your position quite incredibly.
I use my free action to feel feel immense embarrassment and guilt, and that's me.
To dig a hole and cover yourself in snow.
Niala, you are next up if you would like to get involved, if you want to get outside.
I'm going to use my movement to get outside.
You see the same things as I've previously described, apart from now you see Niala, a couple of strafed feet, maybe 10 feet away from the cart with a blazing fire behind them.
She's just going to pinch her nose and be like,
oh, such embarrassed. Much
nice job, Nan. Nice job. And she is going to cast folk cloud around the cart to hide.
Okay.
Everything.
What's the radius of the fog cloud?
It's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Okay, so you'd have to cast it right in the middle. Then you're gonna.
I can choose as a point. It's just
yeah. If you cast it right in the middle, I'm just trying to get an established. Are you trying to block vision of the cart? Are you trying to completely surround the cart?
No, I'm trying to block the vision of the cart.
Okay, fine.
The cart is
so
not
that's going to be a little way out. are you casting it past Rook, who is the far side of the zombie, or are you casting it just outside the cart?
No, just outside the cart. So like, there is something like maybe a wall of clouds that is hiding the cart from
Okay.
the zombies and the others.
Okay, perfect. So this would the if you cast it on the very edge of this space, I'm going to say it's going to absorb and cover our barbarian and our frost giant. If you've got the space like this is your cart. Are you casting it here? Or are you casting it right in the middle of the cart? Oh, see there? Oh no.
Is she frozen?
I think we have her frozen.
She always chooses
I am
the
hearing
best
you.
facial
Oh, okay.
expressions to freezing.
I'm not frozen. I'm not. Am I? Am I here?
Not,
Do you hear
no,
me?
You
you're
are.
back now. You're
So
back now.
this is your cart. The zombies are coming from this angle.
Yeah.
If you cast it here, you'd be able to include everything within here, including your bears. If you cast it here, you're going to kind of create a wall.
No, I'm casting on the cart,
On the cart,
hiding
okay,
the bears
cool.
and everything.
Fine. So
Just-
then it would just be kind of behind the Rook. What you would see is you maybe glance over your shoulder is like a cloud sort of envelop the whole of this space. Nan, you'd be just about on the edge of this and see it kind of and see Niala obscure the vision of this thing, and you could still probably see line of sight to your frosty boy and your barbarian bugbear friend. Next up in this, how we do this, you got a bonus action there, Niala. If not, we're going to go to our friend Arden.
I don't think any zombies would be in range.
No, they're much
Is-
slower. They've only got 25 feet, I think, so they are taking a while to cross this
Is
space.
the giant within 30 feet?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do a telekinetic shove to push it back.
Do you have to be able to see that creature? I believe you do.
Yeah.
You are within your cloud because you're right next to the cart.
Yeah.
You are within it, so
So I
you can't see the
it.
creature.
Yeah.
No.
Next turn.
Okay, cool. Arden, it is your turn. You may do whichever you wish with this, and then we have Bishop is up next.
Okay, so I'll grab my things and I'll get up and I'll follow suit and follow everybody out of the cart. I presume coming out of the cart, I won't be able to see anything.
Nyala would actually point to you where everything is happening because she hide the cart, but you still need to see. So she would just point and just be like,
You kind of
"Go."
get to a point where you kind of just
Go.
almost stumble out because Nyala just literally stepped out the back. You kind of stumble into Nyala and they kind of gesture in a direction and they point, maybe physically almost kind of go like, yeah, and show you in the right way.
So there's like a fog cloud in front of me. There's fire behind me.
When you step out, if you were to walk in a straight line in the direction like north, we're going to say, for example, in this map,
Yep.
you would come out you'd walk about 10 foot and then you'd see
Yep.
Nan with a raging fire and a bow in the hand. And then to your left, you'd see a barbarian looking very pissed off and a giant frost.
You know that meme where that guy walks in with the pizza boxes and like there's a fire in one corner and all that kind of
Yeah.
Community.
that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
I just walked in and
yeah.
there's all this chaos going on.
I left you for
Great.
5 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
I
this
just
is what
wanted to
happens
sleep.
when you leave the kids alone. This is what happens. Right. Well, what are we dealing with?
Zombies far off. Frost giant nearby to your left, about 10 foot.
10 feet away from me is a
10
frost
feet,
giant.
10 feet, 10 to 15 feet away from you, yeah. Easily
Okay,
within your lovely movement range.
one problem at a time then. Right, I'm going to go for the frost giant. I'm
Okay,
going to try and get myself in a flanking position.
If you were flanking, you'd actually go into the into the fog cloud. The cloud kind of ends at its back.
Okay. All right. So I'll just try and get to its side then.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna have a smack bang wallop at it then. I suppose.
Let's have them.
Bear with me. So I'm gonna use it on my phone. Just worked. It's much faster to use D&D on my phone than it is on my browser. Right. First attack. Oh, it's an 11.
No.
Second attack is a 12.
No. Those flailing fists, maybe like a little bit of the fog in your eyes, like flailing at this.
Third attack is a dirty 20.
Yeah, it's more like it.
Stunning strike, please.
Okay. You have to make me a constitution, right?
Yep.
What's the DC?
The DC is question. I haven't played this in a while, so stunning strike 15.
We didn't make it.
It didn't make it.
No.
Okay, lovely. So like I swing twice with my sword, get really fucking frustrated that I'm doing nothing. So I just sheath my sword and then I just absolutely try and do an uppercut as hard as I can, trying to reach up towards this thing. So almost like I'll take a few running steps up its shin bone to try and just absolutely just smack it in the jaw.
Yeah.
And now it's stunned until the end of my next turn, I believe. Yeah, end of my next turn, it is stunned. It is incapacitated.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so it's incapacitated. It can't take actions or reactions. It can speak only falteringly, and attack rolls against creature have advantage. Everybody. So, yum yum yum. Nice stuff. Bishop. Oh, what was the damage? Sorry, what was the damage on that?
Oh, what was the? I didn't even.
Yeah, you want to do that as well, kind of part of it, not just the condition.
I forget that I get damage as well as the stun.
Just like to punch him and make him feel a bit stupid for a minute. Like,
it's only 5 damage.
Sorry?
5 damage.
5. Lovely.
Yeah.
Cool. Bishop, it's all over to you.
So I'm alone in the cart, right?
Yes, apart from
Well, she went outside, then I think the other one outside the cart, so I'm alone.
They are on the edge of the space. They're probably not, they're much distracted looking towards the thing. The fog is also out there and it moves around corners, the fog, I believe. So it probably might be filing its way inside the space inside. The only other creature that you see within this space right now is Godfrey.
As long as nobody's able to see me, that's perfect. So first things first, they're gonna flick their wrist so that the blade inside of their clothes cuts, and then the blood falls onto their weapon. As they're gonna activate their Rite of Dawn. So it's like this beautiful like blue wintry moonlight appears on the weapon.
Yep.
And if I take my 30 feet of movement, am I gonna be out of the fog and next to an enemy?
You can.
Or do I have to like dash?
You can be out and to an enemy, but you'd have to be directed to the enemy because you don't know where they are.
I would be directing.
Cool.
All right, then yeah, I'll then yes. So I'm like close to an enemy, right? I need to keep my damage for the right.
You charge out. You see Niala kind of almost again stumbling onto her. She
Oh,
pushes you in a direction or steers you in a direction. You dash out, and just as you see Arden take this mighty uppercut to this leap off like a shin, and then onto a knee, and then propel themselves up and take this mighty uppercut to this frost giant, and like more teeth and more slush puppy come out, and
Street Fighter style.
yeah, and there is
Hadouken!
lands back on the ground, and then looks to you, I guess, and then you charge out the fog, and you've got your two-handed mace glowing with this moonlight energy.
Yep. And I roll a 16 to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So it does 11 bludgeoning, and because it's is it undead, Pete?
Yeah.
All right, so it takes 2d6 radiant damage as well, and 6 points of radiant.
11 and 6, making
And then-
17.
Oh, second hit's a miss. That's an 8.
Okay.
But yes, that's everything as far as I'm aware. Yeah.
So can you tell me what the damage was again? Sorry.
Oh, so it was 11 bludgeoning and 6 radiant.
Okay, yeah. So 17 in total. I was right. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right.
You describe it. How does this hit happen, and what happens with that radiant energy? How does that dissipate over this creature?
Oh, right. So I like to think that for undead, you always like to bring them down, and like once they're like down, you go for the head. So for the first hit, Bishop would have gone for the knee, and to make them like bend down or kneel.
Uh-huh.
And as that hit would have happened, like it would have been like a small like explosion of blue radiant damage, like
Yeah, it's almost like lightning, but like it's softer in some ways. The edges are smoother, and it kind of climbs out this creature, but it takes the hit and like but it can't do very much at all apart from make that sound. Then it would be its turn. However, it's not.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I get advantage on them, right?
You would have got advantage on that, so you can roll your second one again.
Yeah,
And it automatically fails any strength or dexterity saving throws.
Oh. That's what I get for not paying attention. No, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. Okay, here we go.
You have to be your second.
Oh, a 12 and natural 17, so 22 to hit.
You already rolled once for it, didn't you? That second attack.
Oh, so
it's the 12.
the 12. Nah,
No.
right? Miss. Then. Yeah.
So you collide with this thing. It would be its turn. It doesn't. Then you hear this this bellow, and then out of the fog, out of the mist bank, leaps a hairy mass of furs, jumping out with a great battle axe in its hand, and it will go with the battle axe and swing, and somehow with the swaying of this incapacitated creature, it misses the first one. The second one, it kind of uppercuts with the battle axe into its shins and tries to like go for the other leg, where it's seen you collide with the other the mallet, and then swings up with the other one, and it gets 1d8. No, it's 1d10. Ooh, where's that? There we go. And it's a 9.
Versatile weapon.
11. Yes. Right. And then it's Rook on to play. And Nan. Zombies are getting closer now across the plains.
How close are they?
They are. Do you want to make your turn to make a perception check?
Will this be a free action?
Mhm.
No. Okay. Never mind. Then I'm going to turn back around and I'm going
Yeah.
to.
When we
attack
talk,
this
when
thing.
we say a horde, how many are we talking here as a horde?
If you remember in the last episode, you had looked.
I wasn't
at,
here.
Oh, sorry. I thought you might have caught up, but it's okay. You
Sorry.
had. There was 10 zombies that you had seen.
Oh, zombies are pretty little pushovers. Zombies are pushovers, right?
Including
Standard stat block zombies are pushovers. Peat zombies, I've no idea. If they're anything like the pirate ship zombies, we're in for trouble. Uh-oh.
I have something, don't worry.
They weren't zombies. Yeah, sorry, Rook, it's your turn, please.
So I'm going to turn around and
Sorry, did you start your
know-
turn in 10 feet of that zombie?
probably, yeah.
Can
No
you make-
reactions.
Yeah. Can you make a con save for me, please?
Cons. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wait, it's incapacitated. Does it? Can it do reactions?
It can't.
25.
But if it's like an aura, or just if it's undead and it's just got that rotting aura, it's not a reaction. It's just a thing.
25.
Oh, you are fine.
The one time I succeed a con save.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to. I get advantage anyway because it's stunned.
Yes, you do. You don't need to reckless.
Bueno.
Great weapon master if you've got it.
27.
Mhm.
So that is. 13
Nan, you're up next. by the way.
damage.
Okay.
Pardon?
I'll just say Nan's up next.
Yeah. 13 damage total.
Okay.
And then I'm going to swing again.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 23.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 21 damage total.
Whoa. Yeah.
And that's all I can really do.
Yeah. That's powerful punches and smackings with Captain Smashy. Yeah. This creature's rocking a bit as it's kind of stunned. This is like just hammering away at these multiple attacks, slamming into various areas of its body, its shins being attacked. Nan Yala, it is your turn to do whatever you wish to do against this frosty monster.
Sorry about the printer noise. It stopped now. I am going to frustratingly not sort of reaches for another fire arrow, but then doesn't, she thinks she's gonna whip it again. I will bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
On the big boy.
Big baddie.
And I will do a sharpshooter, which I think I take 5 off of the total, right? Yeah, -5 penalty.
Sorry, I don't know whether you'd allow me to do this as my reaction before Angela takes her shot. Would I, as a reaction, be able to throw her a bottle of holy water?
You can do it if Nan can make a dex.
Yeah, how would I catch it? Maybe with my tail?
That's why I'm saying before you've.
She's already got
Onto
arrow.
fire.
She's got an arrow in one
Yeah.
hand. She's probably reaching for another.
You could ready it and give me a shout, I guess.
Yeah, I think maybe ready it. I'll allow
Well,
you to draw.
how about you? Well, no, because you've had your turn. You can't sort of throw it up in the air.
That's
and
why I
then
was wondering whether I
use
could
it.
use it as a reaction, but I thought I'd ask. But no,
I
don't worry.
think it would be because you've got to get it out. That would be like your free action. It wouldn't be get it out, throw it, and shout Nanyala. That's a bit much in that short amount of time.
No problem.
Yeah. So yeah. What do you do? What happens when you've hunter's marked the little monkey?
I try and line up a shot, and it's a 14 to hit.
No.
I think I'm just sleepy, I guess.
Sails
Yeah.
wide. Buries
I-
vanishes into the fog cloud.
I do get 2 attacks, so maybe I
Mhm.
should have attacked twice the first time. I forgot.
I'll allow you to take that attack now, so you can make another 2 attacks.
Okay. Okay, then I'm going to make another sharpshooter attack. Grr, so frustrated. Okay, this one's a bit better. So 20, dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
10 to the attack. Damn.
Well, it's still only 17 damage.
Yeah.
And I think the last one, if the first one was a flamey arrow, and this is the second one of the flamey arrows, I think she probably would have tried to flamey arrow again.
Mhm.
So that's a 26 for a flamey arrow, not sharpshooter. Just
Mhm.
right.
That's fine. That was that hits. Yeah.
So the arrow damage is 11.
Mm-hmm.
And for Alchemist Fire, what do I roll a d4 at the start of each of its turn?
Mm-hmm.
So I think,
Didn't we discuss this before, like a D4 on hit and then a D4 on each of its turns?
well, it says on a hit, the target takes,
Yeah.
on a hit, the target takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
I'm going to
So
say it does it on the
Okay.
because it starts burning, I guess, and we do it on the beginning of the turn, or are we going to do it when it first hits? That's what we said. I
Well,
think,
because the
before.
arrow damage does an arrow damage, but then I guess it doesn't start hurting from the burn until it starts its turn.
Okay.
But it's up to Pete. I don't
I
know.
like the idea of it
like
hitting
we've-
and shattering on the first turn. I like that idea.
Yeah, I feel like
Unless
we've
it's a-
discussed that before and
Yeah,
said
we did. I think
we'd
I
do
think we
it
said
on-
burn and then burn on
on
each
hit.
turn. So
One
To
fire
be
damage.
fair, fire do take some time to actually get
Yeah.
hurt.
but this is alchemist
But
fire. This is like chucking
Alchemist's fire
napalm.
ignites the moment it hits oxygen, you see. So
So Nan, as you launch this, what was the second arrow? The second attack was the non-flaming arrows, wasn't it?
So yeah,
Yeah. So the first time it's like part of it's burning, part of this like tattered pieces of armor have kind of set alight and it started burning a little bit, and then you launch your 2 arrows as you crouch down, hunters marking it, saying, "You are my prey, you're my final thing." And how does this creature go down, please?
damn,
down.
I've
Like-
taken it down.
Dead
Like
already.
dead.
It's burning.
Well, I think with the alchemist fire, what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to get like Rook's light like perfect, like the stage light's very, very good. So it's all about like, I think that the arrows probably the arrows probably hit pretty soon after Rook's like last attack, and it's really just for the emphasis of that
The extra knock.
flare.
So yeah, you launch this arrow and it just fires into the spot where you've hit it with the alchemist fire, and the arrow starts burning. The end of the arrow heats up as it gets near the alchemist fire, and then it's red hot into this undead flesh, searing
Ooh.
through. The creature falls to the
Hot like
ground,
through butter.
and then you see it go, and it tries to get back up, and it lifts its hand, but then the flames seem to consume it, and it stops moving. However, you can now, all of you hear the stampeding of feet coming across
Giant corpse.
the packed ice. Can you all, well, in Bishop's highest passive perception, I'm saying at this point, is it? I've got Bishop in my head as highest passive.
18, I think.
Something super high. Something ridiculous.
I'm only 15.
Are we not using Roll20, by the way? Just asking.
No, I
No.
think it's a 19. I could be mistaken.
Passive perception 19 it is.
Damn.
With Niala coming in a close second with a 17.
Yeah, I have a 17.
So
But
you
I'm
two
in the fog, so I couldn't see
would
it.
hear this maybe even first, because the sound is quite incredible of these hundreds of bare feet trampling across ice towards you. Your dwarf friend looks up and he says,
Oh my God. What did you do?
and looks at Maruk. And as you look up Maruk, you see so many of these creatures. They're far more than the 8 that you saw in the forest.
I'm
It
just
seems
gonna roar.
they have pulled out of this thing and come away. And he says,
Oh my God. I'm gonna hightail this.
and he like runs towards the tracks where you saw his kind of vehicular kind of swoop past, and he makes this kind of really high pitched whistle that you pick up with your bugbear ears, and Bishop, you hear it's that kind of really high sonic thing. Nialo, you would probably hear it like, and then you see Keto like wince, and charging back, there is some sort of shaggy dire wolf and a small sled, and he leaps on it. He says,
You guys better get out of here. I ain't seen nothing like that before. They never moved on that mess.
Yeah, I book it for the car. I go to the driver's seat, I guess.
I mean, there's still a fog cloud.
into the fog cloud, yeah.
Yeah.
And try and find
I
your
have
way
keen,
along
I
the
have keen
thing.
mind, so I know how everything looks like.
What are the rest of you doing? Rook, you're bellowing.
I'm literally like, let's fucking go.
Isn't our cart still broken though? The ski.
That's what
Back
I'm.
ski is broken.
I'm
So, yeah,
working on it.
we're going to do this in initiative order just to kind of get it moving properly. Rook, you bellow, and where do you move?
I don't. I just stand there. I'm like, come on, let's go.
So you stand about 15 foot from the cart, like protecting it, and protect. Now you're in protect mode.
Protect.
And Nan, what do? You can see these undead hordes to your right, kind of stampeded. I don't know what I'm saying. Doing a thing across ice that means they're getting close.
Wait, isn't this like smoke screen thing still up?
Yes.
Can I? Oh wait, we're doing it in initiative order, so I've gone. So
No. We're going back to the top because the giant stopped, and we're going Rook, Nan.
okay. 2 seconds while I read something.
That's
Well,
okay.
actually, I don't think I need to read it. Pete,
Hmm.
what kind of check would I need to make? And would it possibly be something that I could use my Arctic Natural Explorer survival proficiency with? I want to try and see if there is a way that I could, I guess, using terrain and myself maybe to kind of take them to a different direction. Is there some kind of distraction that I might be able to
Make a roll, please.
make?
I'm going to say a survival with advantage.
Because it's all very like flat, and the
It's
only thing
flat
I can...
until you get to the mountains.
Okay,
Make
Yeah.
a survival.
I can't think of anything creative right now. Survival with advantage.
Yes, because you are familiar with this terrain. I'm going to let you not just use your proficiency, but it's
Got
you know it good.
23.
23. You see, if you stay in the open, this could be very well the end of you. All. As these hordes come out and start surrounding, they kind of fanning out like this, coming round, almost like legionnaires would do to attack on all sides, to flank the entire cart and consume you in their undeath. You look and you see where the mountain pass begins. And the trees are like this, and the mountains come down. You can see the remains of the old road. You believe that channel might be your chance for escape or for ability to narrow them down, to have to face them 1-on-1 or 2-on-2, but not a whole horde attacking simultaneously.
Do they want the cart or do they want us? And how badly do we want the cart?
The
It's
undead
near-
don't care for materialistic stuff.
You can always come back for the cart if it's still here.
You know that the cart is faster. So you know that the cart is much faster with Bjorn and Espen pulling it than any of you move on.
We can repair it on the go. Might not be full speed, but we can repair it on the go. Hopefully, if Nyala's rolling well.
And there's not any sort of like shooting of alchemist arrows in a sort of sheepdog corralling kind of way that I can do to kind of split their ranks if I spunk all of my alchemist fire just in one go.
You
Sorry.
think maybe a combo of this, you need to get moving, but
Okay.
maybe that you could position yourself atop the cart.
Okay. I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to scramble up the car. I'm going to
Find your way through the fog cloud.
I'm going to Ketu make sure that the route to the mountain pass is clear and safe, and kind of lead so that Espen and Bjorn can follow your trail when they're ready and we fix the cart. Yeah, I'm gonna get up on the top of the cart and I've got so I used 2. I've got 8 alchemist fire left, and I'm just gonna shoot all of them, not with the intent to like hit zombies particularly, but kind of like scramble their ranks and kind of sow some kind of chaos.
Okay, you can toss 1 now, and
Okay.
then you're going to be able to do the rest of them as we move along.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
because each one is an action really.
I will
So-
do Uno. Would you like me to make a?
A ranged attack if you're just throwing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and you're in the fog, so at disadvantage.
Ranged attack is just is it
Dex.
unarmed strike?
No, you use your dex bonus to throw.
Oh, right. Okay.
Not proficient with flasks. So
So I just make a dex
Yeah.
roll, right? Oh wow, I got a natural 20.
you lob it and it lands wherever you want it to land.
If there is like, you kind of know, like maybe I don't know what kind of formation you said. They're kind of like
a sea coming like this.
So I guess like you wanna not necessarily go for the, I don't know, maybe this isn't good tactics, but maybe you don't want to go for the sort of ends. Maybe you want to go for sort of like towards the middle or ends, so that I guess the formation kind of breaks up.
You'd want to punch through. That's what you'd want to do in this situation. You'd want to get
Punch
the way
through.
that the cart is clear.
Oh, okay. So are they covering up the mountain pass? Oh, yeah.
They will be. They're coming round the 2 ends of the cart. So
Absolutely want to clear the mountain pass. Sorry, didn't catch that. But
so
yes.
yeah, as you with your previous like misses with your arrows, you're like this one, and even you're shocked at the velocity that you throw it, and it just explodes. setting a whole load of zombies on fire. And Rook, you look to your left, and there's this like an asteroid has like collided in the middle of these zombies, and they all burn.
What the shit?
As this flask of alchemist fire. Nyala, what are you doing? And then Arden, it's your turn up after us.
Okay, so I do not see this.
Yeah, you no, because you're in the fog at the back still. You're within the kind of radius of your own cloud.
What I could do, do you consider breaking concentration as a free action? Because some DM does, but I don't know.
I think you can do it as a I'll allow it. For the
Yeah, she's
fog
just
cloud to
going
dismount.
Snap
Yeah,
a
okay.
finger, disable the phone, and be like,
Yeah.
Nan?
You see fire towards the front end of the cart, just destroying a load of zombies, which is a really good thing. You see a dead frost giant like in the middle. You see Rook bellowing. You see Arden and like Bishop standing round the body of this this corpse of this frost giant.
She's just going to look at everyone like, every one of you in the cart now. And she just see that what Nan does. Do I see the old path or not?
Yeah, you've been following this road, and you can't necessarily see that, but you see maybe the tail of Ketu running towards that way.
Okay. So I'm going to because I don't think I would have time for amending.
Not
'Cause
right now.
amending is 1 minute, so I can't really do it. So she's going to help Nan clear the path with a fireball.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Oh.
No.
So you have to you have to make me the save.
Yeah. What's your DC?
It's a dexterity and it's 15.
Oh, do you know what?
I roll the
think-
damage now. Oh my god, so many dice.
A 15.
Okay.
Okay. What's the damage?
I'm waiting because my D&D Beyond crashed. So I don't know yet. Can someone look in the logs? Because my D&D Beyond is frozen.
Oh, do you want me to have a look at the log?
29.
29.
20. What the shit?
As you cast this fireball, there is
Oh, fireball. I thought you meant firebolt. Sorry, my bad.
Fireball. There's this kind of one fire that
Yeah,
takes
I
out
thought you
some.
said fireball too. Jesus,
Nice
damn.
fireball, and then all of a sudden there's there is like a whole space cleared through these zombie ranks that looks clear to steer a cart through. And then we move.
Can she grab the how do you call it? The thing
handle, tarp,
for the
ladder.
No, for the
reins.
Mounts, the reins, yes.
Reins. You're at the back of the cart. You're not at the front. Bishop's at the front because you get out the back of this cart.
I thought because you said we were doing initiative, I was still back with Rook at the.
Yeah, you are currently, but you told me your action, and I'm quite happy for you to make that move. So you can run around to the front if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's within your movement. Run around, jump up, grab the reins. You can't G off anything because you've taken your action at the moment. Now it is Arden's turn. You stand next to a corpse. You see the cloud dissipate. You see fireballs exploding. You see the mountain pass ahead of you.
Right. I am going to climb aboard the cart.
Yeah.
how
Outside or
is-
inside, this is quite important.
Outside for sure. on the outside, to the part where the ski is broken.
Yes.
So how is the ski broken? What part are we looking at? The back?
It's the rear
Whereabouts?
stanchion. The rear stanchion that comes down like this. It is a piece of wood that just
that holds
has
the
a
ski onto the side of the.
yeah, indeed. It's like a downward spar like this, and then what's happened is like the wood has gone. It's split. It doesn't. It's not snapped in totally, but it's
Okay.
it's doing this. You can see it's apart.
Okay. I mean, the only things I can think of that I've got on me that could even hope to hold it in place would be a load of rope and a grappling hook.
Sounds brilliant.
And wedge it tight. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and do that while others all jump on and we try and get this thing moving and create a path. I'm gonna try and
Let's have a
just get
dexterity.
some rope
a
round
dexterity
round
check.
it, and then use the hook to kind of wedge the rope around it and try and hold it.
A dexterity check to see how well we make this wrapping, because it's quite a quick, dexterous process.
Sleight of hand
Sorry,
or straight dexterity? Sleight of hand or straight dexterity?
whichever you'd prefer.
Okay. Oh god damn. I'll give myself guidance on that, I think. That's not what I wanted to do. Don't roll in the wrong dice. Sorry, bear with me.
That's okay. Take your time. You're fine. We're all friends here.
13.
Yeah, you think you make a pretty good go of it. You've got a rope kind of splinted, like you're making like a splint around this thing, like to hold the bone together of this vehicle, and you manage to get like stretch the grappling hook to like the other ski and kind of hook it in round it, not the spikes, but you think you've got a pretty good thing. The tension might not be as good as you hoped, but you've got something that you think will hold.
Okay.
Let's have a
Is there a way where I can have an end of the rope that isn't tied in a knot around it, but I've kind of got it like wrapped around my
yes,
hand?
I like this idea
I
very
can
much.
kind
Like,
of
so you
just,
can add
like,
to tightening.
If I feel it going at any point or I see it going at any point, I can try and
Mhm.
yank it tighter.
Yeah, of course you
as
can.
time goes on.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Bishop, you were running to the front, but just tell me, because you can change your plan if you wish to. Oh, Jeff. Cool.
I was gonna change my plan, but I made the saving throw that I made like in the background. So yeah, I'm still going to the. Oh wait, who was already? Did someone already go to the front, or was I?
Niala's run to the front. Arden's on the back stanchion with his kind of rope trying to hold the thing together. Rook's bellowing. Nan's out. Nan's on the roof, I think, climbed to the top of the cart. And that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
I'll
Positions.
still go with the original. I'll still go take to the front of the cart.
So I'm going to say you leap on. You take the reins because Niala doesn't have the action. So you take the reins, and you can, if you wish, you can take the reins, and then you can make an animal
Yeah,
handling.
I'm gonna take them.
Yeah, take the reins, animal handling check to see if we go, or how well we go.
Yeah, if I can find the thing. Animal handling.
Yeah, animal handling. That's what we call it.
Hey,
That's how you handle
hey,
animals.
natural 19, so 23.
Oh yeah, you G, Bjorn and Espen, and they're getting used to your company, even your surly presence, and they kind of, and maybe it's the kind of little snow fox that you see in the front as well, giving you a little bit of extra help along with these quite grim two bears. And Ketu starts pounding, like the little feet start bounding off into the distance, and then the bears start, and their speed gradually starts to pick up, and they head for that fiery middle that's kind of like a little indent at the moment in the snow where it's melted on the edges, and you can see these charred corpses of zombies being burned by alchemist and magical fire in between, and you start speeding forwards towards the mountain pass. Shall we take a quick break because it's 9:30 here? Does anybody
Sure.
have any
Sure.
wheeze, coffees, and then we shall do this kind of chase sequence of you getting to the mountain pass, moving forwards.
Rook is not on the card.
No, Rook is not on the card.
No,
Not
Oh,
yet.
dear.
Not yet.
he can
Okay,
make
cool.
it. He has
Cool.
like what 40 movement speed, like just that alone.
Okay,
He
we'll
can
see
do
what
it.
happens.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. I'm going to get some drink and have a wee.
Me too.
So, you Bishop G's these creatures off, and then you look back and heading in a similar direction and kind of a little bit more faster than you, just slightly ahead, as they hopped on quicker, is this dwarf on their shaggy dog dragged sled that is covered in pelts and all kinds of weird things. You think you see the remnants of a half butchered zombie across the top of it, Bishop, and they zoom off slightly ahead of you, heading towards this valley pass. Rook, we're at the top of the round. Behind your back, bears are starting to move across the ice, and you're hearing your friend hightail it. You see, you wouldn't see if you're looking at the zombies anything, but you might. This is just what's happening behind you. I'm just giving you the kind of camera as the cart starts speeding up behind you. What do you do, Rook?
I mean, so Rook is still raging, so he probably wouldn't hear these like subtle sounds.
Yes.
I mean, Nella did scream for everyone to get on the cart.
Oh yeah.
Even
she
that?
did. Make a perception check. We'll see if you did hear
Okay.
it, or not. You be. It won't have to be an action. It'll be on your passive, actually, probably.
I mean, that's a 21.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have that. So yeah, you would hit get out of the car from your. Rook, what is your passive? I've not got it written down.
Passive is 15.
Oh, it's not bad. Yeah, you would have hit it with your 15 even
Yeah.
at that.
How close are these zombies to me?
They've probably got a turn
Okay.
before they're on you and able to attack. So 30 feet, we'll say.
30 feet.
We'll say they're 30 feet because they can move 30 feet and get at you.
I really just want to go and attack them.
Will I?
Fuck it. I'm going to run to the closest one
Okay.
and I'm going to swing recklessly.
Okay, cool. Do it. Do it. if
That
I
is
can.
a 19. That is 18 damage for the first one.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It's still up.
And then I'm going to swing again with a 23.
Yeah, it's
And that is 17 damage.
yeah, it goes down. That one goes down with like or nearly like pulverized. The first hit goes takes like part of its arm, like the arm off, and it goes to still try and punch you with that arm, but it's and then you just finish its head like yeah, just
Bonk.
yeah, just bonk it on the head to remove its the top of its cranium.
And
No,
again,
look,
as
went out again.
Yes.
yeah. Again, as I kind of finish it off, I'm just gonna keep roaring.
Okay. And so you that 30-foot movement, you moved up to them.
Mhm.
Okay. And you want to do anything else? You've had 2 attacks.
So I would have moved 20 foot because I've got a 10-foot reach.
Okay, 20 foot. Okay.
And yeah, that was 2 attacks.
Cool. There's that you done.
That's
Okay.
all I can do.
Nan, if you can be with us.
Yes, I can be with you. Nan be with you. So the most folks are on the cart except for Rook, and Is the way clear?
The way
Yeah.
is there is a fireboard space. There is a
Okay.
an alchemist fire space. The snow is melt. It's doing that thing where it starts refreezing, but it's kind of like more slick.
Okay.
And the cart starts speeding towards it.
And I'm on the top of the cart. Is fog's gone concentration,
Yeah.
right?
Fog is
Okay.
gone. What I'm going to get you to do first, because you're a cart dweller at the moment,
Mm,
could you roll me a d20,
yes.
please?
Oh dear.
4.
Okay. You see that the way appears to be slippy where the ice has been melted ahead. It's something you just immediately notice from your knowledge of the terrain. You think that the skis might have some trouble here, or it might at least need a warning to one of your companions to do something.
Okay.
As the bear starts speeding towards this gap.
Can I can I use my, where's my actions? Where are my actions? Maybe I can call out to Ketu to kind of go more towards like a safer patch, and Bishop's driving at the moment, right?
Bishop's driving, yes.
Ketu, away from the slippy area. Bishop, aim for Ketu.
Immediately, the path is diverted. That connection between you and
When you
Ketu.
say aim, do you mean like follow him or like aim? You
I mean,
know,
aim.
I'm
what do you
asking because I will. Yeah.
You
Go
would take it literally.
towards. Don't flatten my fox. I will. I will
You can lose weight, you know.
and destroy you.
Less of a fall.
I think maybe the only other helpful thing that I could do. Oh no, wait, that's my action to give kind of Ketu.
That's your action. Give him commands to your familiar.
Yeah.
You have bonus actions.
There's not really a lot that I can do with my bonus action that's particularly useful.
Could switch your hunt.
Can you move your hunter's mark?
Yeah, but we just got a horde of skeleton zombies.
They can count as a horde.
Oh.
So we'll call that a group, a horde. You can change your
Okay.
mark to target the horde, one of the hordes.
I mean, that'd be pretty useful to be able to know where the horde is.
Yes, I will target the horde.
Okay, so you see these hordes of creatures charging at the cart towards you. Next, Nan, is Niana's turn. Niana, you are up on the front next to Bishop. They have the reins currently. They are steering. Can you please roll that d20 and I'll tell you what occurs as you start speeding towards this space.
Okay. It's a 20.
Straightforwards. You make it to the gap in the zombies. You cruise on through with that slight adjustment from Nanyala and Ketu, and Bishop's listening carefully to the instruction of following Ketu, swerves through the space and out past the zombies. They're all now having to turn and come back after you, and you just see them closing in on Rook, the ones that are left. Niala, what would you like to do? If you were to look over the top of the cart, that's what you'd see.
I do look at Rook. Shit. I didn't prepare this. I didn't know I would need it. Okay. Oh dear. Um, how far away from Merc?
So the turn would go. The cart would have moved on Bishop's turn. I'm going to say the first turn was standard movement, so it's 40, 50, and then gone through the gap. Let's say about 80 feet.
I can do what I wanted to, but yeah, she's going to basically yell at Rook to come, just
Mhm.
sounding kind of desperate, like because he's going to get submerged by the horde and everything,
That's right.
and trying to clear the path for him again and
Okay.
casting another fireball.
Okay, so you're dropping that in between you and this horde that's kind of just closing in around Rook. Yeah, let's have that. Let's have them throws.
You have 35 damage.
You annihilate a huge portion of zombies, and there is a clearing to your left. Murk emerges as another ball of fire, and just absolutely annihilates this heap of zombies beside, like to your left. As you probably now glance that way, and as the fireball dissipates, you can see your cart gradually vanishing off to the left beside you and into the distance. It is unless you've got bonus actions, Nyala, it's Arden's turn.
I mean, I wanted to shove him towards us, but I can't do this because
You
it's
haven't got shove.
only in 30 feet. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Arden, it's your turn. You are on the back strut. The cart is moving. Roll that d20 for me.
D20. Eight.
8. You see to one side of you, the very ground rise up
Oh no.
and form into a roughly humanoid shape. This is to the right of the path, to the right of the cart. And it is
Okay.
see-through, and it is glimmering blue ice, but moves as though a person, but the bottom half is kind of merged with the ground, and it
It's
rises
similar
up.
to something I've witnessed before at the Snowed Inn.
Did you witness at the Snow Inn? Remind me.
Ice spirit person sitting on the loo, and then
Oh,
younger
that was
version
at
of that
the.
kind of-
Oh, this is a bigger, not like a method or something like that. This is on a larger scale. But yeah, similar, an elemental of some sort. Yes, you'd recommend. You recommend it us? No, you. I recommend you as a. I said no, no. You recognize.
Recognize.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit. Is it moving? How's it moving? Is it moving like at the cart, towards the cart? Is it this just something?
It just seems it seems disturbed.
Okay.
You just see it kind of like, and it's like looking around, like trying to
Hopefully a bit more
gauge
concerned
the
about undead.
situation. Sorry, say again.
But hopefully it's more concerned about the undead than it is about us. I mean, we're moving pretty quickly. Surely it can't catch up with us that fast, right?
It's alongside you in a minute as you move, kind of coming past it. You have a moment to interact with this creature if you wish.
Where's the nearest undead?
Probably say 8, probably about 80 foot. Well, it was 80 foot away until Nyala blew it up. Well, the back
Okay,
of the horde will
so-
probably be close to about 60 foot
So the horde is about 60 feet away.
at this current moment. Yes.
At this current moment, I am kind of just going to look at it and try and like have its attention,
Yeah.
like wave at it, like just try and get some kind of acknowledgement from this being, and then kind of just point towards the horde, like
okay.
like gesture that we're not the enemy here.
I think we're going to have to say something like a charisma check for this.
Oh God. Okay. Oh no.
Because you're trying to be charismatic, I guess, with something that you think is
Yeah,
intelligent.
yeah. I mean, that's what we say is this persuasion then. That makes no difference anyway. Makes no difference. Right. 7.
You grab its attention, and this kind of deeper inset area that is like chiseled out of solid ice kind of glances at you. You gesture and it goes, shrugs, and then kind of merges back into the ground.
Oh no.
I mean, that's better than it attacks. I'm happy with that. I mean, that's not aggressive. That is
Okay.
not a problem. See you later. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. It's not attacking us. That is a win. I never thought I'd have a win with a 7.
Okay. You look ahead, and you hear in the distance the voice of this dwarf go, "Come on, you mangy beast!" And then you hear like the wolf howl, and you see them dash further ahead at even quicker speed than you thought this wolf could travel at with this small cart behind along to the mountain pass. It is it's Bishop's go as well now. So you have in your hands the reins. So one hand is subsumed with reins. So you can one hand if you have a one-hand attack something.
Not really. Bishop already has her. I guess I got the whip and dagger. I highly doubt that's gonna do anything as of right now. Is Ketu still in front of us? Where is he?
Ketu is running far ahead, like leading the way, like trying to catch the dwarf, basically following that path.
So, damn, he's fucking fast. So we're following the dwarf then. That's the plan.
Following to the mountain pass. That's where
okay.
Nan has kind of directed Ketu, and then the bears, Espen and Bjorn, are following Ketu. You have the ability to steer, obviously, if you wish to change that course. You need to roll your d20 first to see what happens on your turn.
Oh, okay. 19.
19. Okay. You see that space where the dwarf is. They reach the tree line, and you see the trees suddenly part. Like they absolutely slam apart to one side of the ridge, and out of the side of the forest across the track you see a mammoth career across the track being ridden by a frost giant. Just completely takes out the dwarf, just cart, dwarf, everything smashed into the other side, straight like through one side of the path and into the other. The mammoth's like the whole cart is caught on the tusks of this mammoth and just straight across. You see it.
Can I just clarify? These are undead frost giants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it also undead mammoth?
Yeah, this thing is.
Okay, that's pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn, like this army is fucking
brutal, man. Shit.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, we have a leash somewhere, so I'm not really surprised.
Okay, what would you like to do now? You have a choice. You've seen the path is now even clearer. There is nothing ahead of you because you had this individual there. I'm going to tell you what you can do. You can also G on your beasts if you want to. You can try and make an animal handling check to see if you can get more distance. Because you're in control.
Yeah, I'll do that one. Oh wait, Rook isn't on.
You can steer. Also,
How fast can we move again? Like just base
You can-
movement?
now you've got up to speed. You're about 80 feet
80 feet.
at a dash, which is what the bears are doing.
Oh, okay. Damn, I don't think I've seen them fight. I don't think I ever seen anyone fight or what they're truly capable of besides Arden. Because I know what his people can do.
I'm going to see you attack this frost giant.
I think what I do is like seen 2-3 hits, and then it went down, or by everyone else doing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it was a concerted effort. I mean, the teamwork that you saw was.
Oh yeah, that's good teamwork. But I think I barely saw. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna just make them go faster as of right now.
Cool. Give us that animal handling.
If it rolls, oh, natural 20, so 24.
Yeah, they shoot. They go quick. They're still dashing. Okay. It is. We're around to Rook. Rook. You see the cart. At this moment, you hear the whip of reins.
Was there nothing that attacked me?
Sorry.
Would there be
Oh no,
nothing
they're
that
coming
attacked-
in range now, aren't they? Yeah, sorry. They are now. So you're quite right. So yeah, it's their initiative is here, so they will move in range. Have you got the polearm master feet? Are you going to whack them? When they move into your area of attack, isn't it?
No, I don't.
No. Okay, cool. Then they're going to attack you. You are immediately surrounded by zombies. So, what am I shooting for here?
There, roll max damage, Pete. Roll
You
max
need to get
damage.
20 or above to hit me.
20 or
Oh,
above.
god damn.
Nope. Nope. So 6 zombies surround you and basically just go and you're slightly caressed by 6 zombies.
Do I look smug? I feel kind of smug.
You do.
Yeah, like 6 zombies just lightly caress your body.
I quite like this. Might stay here a little bit.
Yeah, now we're back round to your turn. You hear, apart from some sort of weird moaning from these zombies as they caress you, you have the whip of reins in the distance.
So as I look over, do they kind of look to be like a relatively safe distance?
They are getting away at the moment from the main hordes.
I am going to run towards them and dash. I know that this will take opportunity.
Yeah.
But I can also cover 80 feet if I dash.
Okay, cool. One.
Glad they have sentinel. Oh no.
Just one. Just one out of 6.
Go on then.
Ugh. Okay, you take 6 bludgeoning damage, so down to 3. Isn't it? Because you're raging? Yeah.
Yep. That tickled.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wait, if you
I'm gonna
rage
run.
again, don't you move an extra 15 feet? Or am I just thinking of something else?
Well,
Your
range.
speed increase. I think you might not be the right level for it yet.
No.
No, it's not.
No, I think that's a certain subclass.
I will let you at this point try and make an attempt to get on the cart. It's pulling away. You're just within the range.
Okay.
How do you want to do it? Describe this to me. How do you get there?
I mean,
I know. I've got a nice little bit narrative if Arden will Let me.
I'm on the back right hand
Yeah.
corner. Like I've got a rope
Rope.
around my right hand, and I'm holding it tightly onto the other side. Reach out with my other hand.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna literally like holster Captain Smashy, literally break out into a sprint on all fours, like proper like animalistic, and then as soon as I get within range of like being able to kind of jump and kind of grab Arden's hand, I will attempt to do so.
So yeah, I think a strength athletics sounds
I think that
good
is
to me.
marvelous.
Doesn't it? Sounds tasty.
That is a 24.
The brace is that double hand bro brace. I got you, bro. Like, yeah, you're hold on. You'll kind of run behind for a minute or two. Then your feet kind of dig in, start skiing, and then gradually Arden managed to hoik you onto the back, and you can be gripping into that canvas and wood on the back as you start bumping along at nearly 80 feet. Right. Rook has gone. That is your dash. That is your action and your bonus action. Nan, we're back to you. Can you roll me a d20? We're getting close to that tree line.
I got a nat 20. I don't know what that means. So
That path is absolutely cleared for you. Where the mammoth and frost giant has smashed through, it has actually made the ground easier to traverse. And it's cleared more of the path, and you are able to dash straight into the mountain pass. You are now, the walls start rising up high beside you. There are these pines either side, and you can just about all of you start hearing slight moans, but you can hear like the main horde is kind of being channeled into this narrow space behind the thing. What would you like to do, Nan, as your action or bonus action or movement? You have all those things available to you.
and Ketu's on the cart, right? Is
Ketu's running ahead.
Oh, running ahead. Is he looking tired? Or is he okay?
Ketu has ran quite a way. You think they might be getting a little bit like sort of thing. You can.
Okay. I think I don't want Ketu to get hurt. So even though I could do something. Sorry, so the canyon is like a wall and then trees on the top? It's like cliff?
No, it's slopes that go up like this. So there's a road, gentle slope, pines start appearing, and then it's getting taller. The mountain range is rising higher up above you, moving into shadow and darkness beyond.
Okay.
The peaks, the Redmayne peaks.
I could try and like make the snow avalanche behind us if I do a shot, or I don't know how useful that would be.
I like this. Block the undead from getting at you.
Yeah, let's see. I guess the only thing that I'm thinking that might be able to do that is if it's another alchemist fire, probably on either side. So it's probably using my action for my double attack to try and hit.
I'm going to say you notice that there's 2 points where this frost giant has stampeded. You see a lot of loose ground. They've dug a trench of sorts where you might be able to trigger some sort of frosty fall.
Frosty hole. Okay.
Very nice bird sound. I like that.
Sorry, it's one of those nights. Okay, so I'm going to try an alchemist fire. I'm going to try and do 2 shots, one either side. Let's see whether either of them do anything of any.
It's quite a large area, so it's quite an easy DC.
Well, I got a 25 the first shot.
Hits.
Let's see.
Burns.
Not as good the second time, an 18.
Still bloody lovely. That's delicious. So, and you see the snow start melting. A couple of the trees that were holding back, you hit the base of them. they collapse in as the alchemist fire starts taking place, and the snow starts sliding down and filling the valley behind you, blocking the undead from pursuing in such an easy fashion with the lumpy snow all built up behind you. Niala, you're up, and then Arden, you will be following. Oh, sorry, unless you want a bonus action. Sorry, do you want to switch your bonus action? Sorry.
I don't have a very useful bonus action, so I'm good.
Not for trouble. Niala, please roll that d20 for me to tell me what happens, and I can tell you the next bit of the story.
Oh dear. Okay.
Advice,
Let's
get
just
natural
pray
20s.
it's not a 1. Let's just pray it's not a 1. And see
Advice
me.
for your dice. Tell your dice to get 20s. Dice advice. Brought to you by Critically Average Adventures.
Well,
Roll high.
it's not very all average, but it's a 15.
Oh, 15. Okay. Okay. You see the dead kind of start piling into this thing and start climbing on, but you hear a familiar howl.
What is it?
From the woods either side,
Oh,
and coming down at a sort of a similar, trying to match the angle, coming down beside the cart, shooting along this narrow mountain trench, is a undead direwolf with a rider on a 15 with an undead rider on the back, a zombie riding it on the back, wielding some sort of bow of sorts, riding on the back of this direwolf.
I am going to shoot Direwolf
Okay.
with would you say is there in touch range?
You're on the top of the cart. To touch, you'd have to lean
On
off
top?
the cart.
No, I'm at the front.
Oh, you're on the front. No, you're on the front. They're trying to come alongside, but you'd still have to kind of lean out to do it. And this is going to
Just
probably
grab
require
one
some sort of dexterity check to be able to hold on, I think, because you're traveling at 80 feet
Okay.
every 6 seconds, which is, it's quick.
Ring of Evasion only covers a save, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I just do a firebolt on the direwolf.
Okay.
But
Go
on
for
the
it.
region of its head, so it's bolting away in some kind. And it is it's a 16.
16, yeah?
And he takes 14 fire damage.
14 fire damage. Okay. For this already quite emaciated wolf, now and rotting beats falling off. Some of it starts to burn, and that burning hair smell reaches your nose. Was it 14, did you say?
14.
Cool, no problem.
And as my bonus action, so it's still running.
Yeah, it's still.
I am going to try to do a telekinetic shove to push it away in the path. So it's with the speed, it's take maybe some damage to go knockout from.
Okay, so the fire erupts on its face, and then you go and shove it. So give us that. What do I have to make a save of?
It's a strength save, and it is a 15.
15, and I roll a 12. So no. Shove 5 feet. The flame erupts in its face. You shove it to the side, and it just keeps on running, and with its momentum collides with the tree. And like the remainder of its neck and spine shoved down, out, splinter. The spine comes out of the back of the direwolf and into the undead, and pierces through the undead, and then the undead's kind of pinned to the tree by a direwolf's spine, in this kind of messy explosion of bits and goo.
And I'm just going to warn the other, how should I say this? Because I have one sentence in my head. but it's too much of a meme to say it. So she's like, guys, we have company. Each side, wolf.
Okay. Arden, it'll be your turn next in this this lovely little game. And roll that d20 so we find out if there's anything what occurs.
12.
12. Okay. This time you see just a wolf on its own bound down and start charging towards the cart. It's got no bottom jaw, so its this howl sounds bizarre and distorted, just more like a guttural warble, like
Okay, how far away is it?
it's going to be parallel to the cart anytime soon, so near enough for you to maybe you could jump to it, maybe you'd have to do something at range at the moment, but it was coming close.
So it's not within 5 feet.
It could be if you swing out.
Okay, if I pull Rook on, still
Yeah.
got the rope in one hand, so I could kind of like hang out.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly what I'm talking about, like hanging off the side of this speeding vehicle as a wolf runs alongside in the snow, kicking up great gouts.
It's just the wolf, there's nothing else.
It's just a roof. No, a roof and no rider. Sorry, a wolf
Okay.
and no rider.
That's fine. I'll just hang out then, and my this just starts to glow, and then basically I just whisper a word into it, and then I just punch it.
Okay.
I use
Punch
word
this
of
wolf.
radiance. Yeah, word of radiance.
Yeah.
And that is a Constitution saving throw, please.
On DC what?
15.
9.
That
Swimming.
is.
I set this game up to be so difficult.
I didn't roll very well. That's 3 radiant damage.
Whoop. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I rolled again by accident. Whoops. Yep. That's
Is it bonus?
I don't really have a bonus because I
No.
didn't attack it. Oh, hold on, let me.
Spending keys or something like that?
No, because I didn't punch it. I
You
just
didn't
used a
punch, so you
cantrip.
can't spend them.
What do I have? Do I have anything I can use as a bonus action in that regard? Don't think so, strangely. All the things I have, because I didn't punch it,
You can't trigger.
I can't actually do anything.
Okay, no problem.
Because I used a cantrip, because I'm not a caster, technically.
Bishop, then it's your turn. You are at the front. Roll your d20 and tell me what happened, and I will tell you what happened.
You're mute.
17.
17. Okay.
I'm dead. A dragon disappeared.
From the and can you roll me a d4?
Yeah,
No.
a 2.
A 2. Okay. From the other side, there's this, and then bumping onto the same track that you're on is a sled, a bigger foot version, not just a dog sled, something that might have once been a transport. It's being pulled by 2 wolves. It has a driver, and on the back it has 2 skeletons on it, wielding swords and bludgeons of some sort. You're driving the cart. You see this come down to your left-hand side, cruising along this track really fast. There's a wolf one side that Arda's trying to flail at, and then this comes down, and These skeletons look pretty ready for a fight.
So, does this cart for where the reins? Is there like a place where I could like tie it?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
All right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get my maul, and then which one's more next to me, the skeletons or the wolves?
The wolf is to the back quarter where Arden is. This new sled with 3 skeletons and 3 undead creatures of form. You can't really tell if they're skeletons or zombies. They're in various states of decay. Are to your left, and they are the closest ones. They're coming up on the side of the cart now.
Oh, actually, let me read something real quick. I lost. Oh, it's right here. Because I don't remember if the rights just turn off until I think the right is the magical. That's I have to hold the weapon. Yeah. So if I just okay, so can I like slam the cart next to the ones that just showed up to get them to crash into one of the trees instead?
You certainly can. You'd have to make an animal handling check to try and like get the bears to slant to the side in just the right way so the cart hits and they don't go into the trees.
I'm gonna see if we can outrun them or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
So
that.
you're going to just G them on, just trying to make them go faster.
Yeah, and if we can't, then next turn I'll attack.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go for an animal handling then, please, Bishop.
Yes, here's hoping. I keep rolling good on these.
You did.
That was almost a 2. It's a 16.
Yeah, you get them to go. They're still able to continue. Their exhaustion isn't catching up with them yet. They're still moving. These bears are still spurred on by your motivational words and sort of gentle encouragement as you G them forwards. That's marvelous. Thank you. You're keeping pace, if not gaining over them slightly. They will take their turn. They will take their turn. And as they do, you see the 2 on the back leap from the back of the cart onto the side. One of them leaps, grabs on, the wrist detaches and they fall and they're under the cart. the other one leaps, lands and climbs up and is and then makes the rest of its move up to, who's it going to go to? It's going to be on the top with Nan. Nan, they're going to take a swipe at you. Up on top, up on the roof. And they roll an 18 to hit. Yeah. And you will take. Oh, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as they bring this maul down on you.
17.
No, it's just 7.
Oh, sorry.
Quick little question, sorry, DM.
Yes.
How close are we all, like, on the external of the cart?
Sorry, say how close are you to the cart itself?
No, as in, like, how close am I? Because obviously, like, I'm right next to Arden because he's just pulled me up. But how close am I to, like, Nan, for example?
Like how big the cart is? So like
say it's 10 foot long-ish, maybe 15 foot just for the sake of squares.
Okay.
So say it's 15 foot. Nan's in the very middle.
Okay.
Maybe 20 with the seats on the front. So on the very front, we've got Bishop and Nyala. They're on the front. Then you got a 10 foot. You got a 5 foot square. You got 10 foot wide. So 2 squares. 2 squares. Nan's in one of them, and the zombies in the other 2 squares, and you're hanging on the back, kind of thing.
Okay, so that's that thing that took a swing at Nan wouldn't be within 5 feet of me.
It's within 10 foot of you, but it's
Shit, never
above
mind.
you and on top of the cart.
Never
So-
mind then.
You're kind of down the back. It's up here. You probably wouldn't even have a line of sight to it currently.
Okay, thank
Alright.
you.
That's all right. It's worth checking. Worth checking.
Mm.
He's not going to let you squash everything that comes near you, George.
Just every single time. It's like it is.
I want to use my sentinel feet.
All right, are these gonna, what are these going to do? What are these going to do? Let's see what these are going to do. The other guy, he's going to try and make an animal handling check. Just make an animal handling check. But they don't. They kind of try and make the cart clash into yours, and it kind of just bounces off. And the skeleton manages to regain control, but the wolves don't look happy on the front, and bits of them are falling off as it runs faster. Rook, it is now your turn. Please roll me a d20 and let me tell you what happens.
Okay. That's a 3.
3. Rook, something makes you look at the road ahead. And you see that the way that the snow lays has hidden some sort of void in the snow, like there's a gap where the cart's about to hit. Now, you need to warn your friends
Mm-hmm.
in some way that there's going to be a bump, or you can try and steer the animals if you can make it to the front of the cart.
I'm not going to be able to make it to the front of the car. I'm barely hanging on. Let's be real. I'm just going to just yell, just brace.
Okay, let's have a performance check to see how loud this goes off within the kind of chaos that's happening as creatures of all kinds of rot state are coming down on you.
11.
11. You bellow, and who hears? I'm looking at the wrong set of sheets. This does not help. Oh. Everyone hears. So, everyone, please, you can choose to make a dex or a strength save.
Yeah. Oh god, let's go for the text. I'm a little afraid of this one. Okay, so it's
I got 17.
22.
Made it, made it,
24.
made it. Brooke,
What was it? Strength save.
strength or a dex, you can choose either to hang on
Fucking
or to
strength. Straight up. 27.
fine. Harry, a strength or a dex, please.
I got a 21 dex.
Everybody, with your forewarning, Maruk managed to go. Also, maybe kind of catch a glance, and the cart bounces like crazy. Let's see if they make their decks. They did. Yeah, they did. They somehow, the creatures either side make theirs, and so does the one on the roof and holds on, like bracing, maybe like digging like undead bones through the tarp at the top to grip onto the surface above. That is, I'm afraid, your turn on that thing. No chance to move. Nan, you have a little ugly boy near you.
Ugly boy.
But you also have to
Not
roll a
ugly.
d20.
I roll a d20. Okay. Sorry. Oh, okay, cool. Well, no, that wouldn't be helpful. Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
That's fine.
I got a 14 on the D20. Okay, yeah.
The d20 that triggers another one of these undead wolf riders coming down to the right hand side.
Okay, so we've got wolf boys.
Wolf boys on the right, one wolf and a boy, and a boy
Wolf
up
boy.
on the top with you.
And a
And to
boy.
the left of the cart, wolf cart, and a boy driving that one.
Many boys and many wolves.
Total of
And
3
Cat-
wolves and 3 boys.
3 wolves, 3 boys.
Okay. Well, there's more coming, right? So
Yeah.
I've got the wolf, now a wolf and a wolf boy,
Mhm.
and then we've got the cart with 2 wolf boys and 2 wolves.
How many? No, there's only 3 wolves and 3 boys. That
3
makes
wolves,
it
3
sound like
boys.
there are more wolves and more boys. How many-
But before we had a cart with 2 wolves. 1 boy jumped over.
Okay,
1 boy
I'll
fell
just
off.
I'll just go over it again. To the
One
back
wolf.
right-hand quarter of the cart, there is a
Yeah.
wolf that you have tried to punch.
Yeah.
There is a wolf and a boy riding it. On top of the cart, there is a boy.
Okay.
To the left of the cart, there is a small sled being pulled by a wolf, steered by a boy. So there are 3 wolves and 3 boys
Right.
currently. You are near 2
And-
wolves.
Ketu is still running in front, right? Because I haven't commanded him to do anything else.
Ketu is running, but you can see little legs
Yeah.
starting to falter.
And we're going at such a pace.
Yes.
I think I've got to do something to help Ketu because he's my boy. Even though the guy is right next to me.
You do have some other allies that you haven't made use of, that you specifically have spoken to.
Esben and Bjorn. But they don't understand me without speak without with
And then
without
bounding as well. They're
speak
currently
without walls, yeah. I don't know whether I can.
They're quite
really-
well trained bears. I'd say that, but to have a proper conversation, you'd have to.
I
speak
think
to
I would
people.
I would have to use my action to like command Ketu / like instruct him to get up on Bjorn and or Esben to have a little rest. So I'm debating whether or not to use my action to shove boy off the very fast car.
Oh, yeah. I
Um,
like this idea.
aiming slightly towards the other sled and wolf.
Using it as a bludgeoning weapon, like trying to-
improvised weapon.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, I've never shoved before.
That's our name.
I guess it's a strength or a something.
It's a strength athletics versus a strength
Yeah.
athletics. That's how we do that.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do that if you want it against this nasty boy.
Can I try and trip him instead?
You could use a dex, and he will dex contested with his strength though to resist it.
Okay. I think I'm going to try and trip him, and then I'm going to use my movement to get down on Esben if it works.
Okay, go for it.
So what am I? I'm just straight dex.
Like you were attacking with a dex weapon because you're proficient with your legs. I'm going to say so. You can just use your
What should I use then? I guess my
just like as if you're attacking with an arrow, like a
Oh dear.
That's-
like my
standard-
bow or a short
No,
sword. What would you?
a bow because that's usually your dex modifier.
Oh,
isn't it?
okay. 16.
You go to trip, you go, look at this ugly boy, just hit the legs, and the legs don't move because they rolled
Yeah.
a 20.
Oh, wow. I was like, okay. James, what? Don't let Aki out. Hang on, the front door's open and Aki is trying to get out and he can't go out the front. No, Aki, no.
Uh-oh. I
Cat
can
escape.
just see her in the
I
in the
think you
window.
rescued. Did
Sorry.
you rescue Aki?
Well, Aki's so obsessed with James that if James goes anywhere and he can't see James, then he immediately panics because James has gone somewhere and he can't see him. So James has gone out the front, I think, to do the trash, and Aki was trying to get out the front to be able to get a line of sight with James, with father. Okay,
it's
that
like
was spectacularly bad. Okay, I think I'm gonna risk the attack of opportunity then, and I'm just gonna kind of. Oh, hang on a minute. No, I didn't attack. I can't hellish rebuke, can I?
No.
Didn't technically attack me or anything.
No,
but
they
I
just
can
be
hellish
still.
rebuke if they attack me with their I'm gonna frown at
they-
them, hiss in infernal.
They
So-
roll an 18 to hit you,
Okay, that's gonna hit me.
and then they do a 3 damage of bludgeoning in types.
A 3 damage. I will take the 3 damage, and they need to do a dex save.
Okay.
What is-
They get a 14.
oh, they save. Hang on.
They take half damage if I
Yeah, they
remember
take half
correctly.
damage. Yeah.
Tell me what that half damage is against
What
this
damage?
ugly boy.
On the iPad, it's the rolls have covered up my buttons. On the iPad, how do you dismiss the rolls? Oh, you tap them. That's not very good UX. And you should swipe them away. So it would be half of 18, 14.
Half of 14.
Half of 18. Oh, sorry. No, half of 18 is not 14. It's
It's 9.
yeah, sorry, math is
That's fine. So I was like, okay. That happens. Math is not good at this time of night, and we're getting late in the eve.
Yeah.
So Niala, it's your turn if you are
I
done. Or are
moved
you going
down
to
to
move?
Espen, and I'm going to move down to get on near. Oh, by like the
And here goes Luke again.
driver's seat, and if I can get onto one of the backs of Esben and Bjorn, I will.
Can
but
it be that you have one leg on each?
I mean, I would want me to roll some kind of check to be able to do that. So I don't know whether I want to.
No,
Just-
okay, you could be sitting on one of them. That's easy enough to do. You're friendly with these creatures. I just wanted this moment where you're like leaning down between them, doing like the splits, and you just scoop
Yeah.
up Ketu's little fat belly like this.
Just like
Scoop
in the
him
Hobbit
too.
with Legolas.
You just kind
I
of
use
scoop.
I use my legs to pick up Ketu.
Yeah, that's it. Like a little like crane to pick up a little
Yeah.
fat tummy, and his legs are still going though, like underneath, like powering along. This happens in a minute anyway, by the way, just because I want it to happen. So Niala, it's your game. Oh, we lost your sound. We can't hear you. Your mic's gone.
Hello.
Okay.
We
Can you
gotcha.
hear me?
Yeah, we
Okay.
got you now. You just suddenly cut out.
Okay. Okay. I have 3 wolf on my right and
No, you
2
have
skeleton.
two wolves on your right.
2 wolf.
One with a rider. To the left, you have a cart, wolf, and rider, and on the back, you have an ugly boy. He's actually on our cart as we are cruising along.
Okay, I have a crazy idea, but bear with me.
Okay.
I am going to cast 1 mage hand, and I'm going to direct that mage hand to the eyes of the first wolf, so he doesn't see and is a bit wobbly. And I use my shot to direct this wolf into the other one
What, the ones on the right-hand side?
on the right. Yes.
Okay, so mage hand in front of it, and it just gives it like a bit of a distortion in front of it. Or yeah, I'll flavour it like this: that you get your mage hand, and you kind of just backwards comb the fur with the mage hand and push the fur into the dog's eyes, like this, and then you give it a great big shove. Give it what's the con save?
It's a
strength save?
strength save.
Natural one. So yeah, into the other one. So Wolf and Ryder. Wolf collides with Ryder Wolf, which is the one on the outlie, and knocks this one off course. They're going to try and make an animal handling check. They get a 30. No, they don't pass it. So they crash off to the side. Another zombie wolf gone off to the side into this into the snow and forest and terror. And there's still the wolf pounding along, but slightly it kind of shakes the mage hand off and kind of gets free of the mage hand. Arden, you've got this wolf that's just knocked its friend
tonight.
into
So I've got this wolf.
wolf on its own, the one that you previously tried to do magics upon. The other one is it rammed into its compatriot and rider, and they are back in the snow somewhere as we travel along at speed.
Okay, so I've only got the one to deal with now.
Yeah, one wolf on this side.
Okay, right, lovely. And everything else is clear.
And everything else is clear at the moment. Until you roll your d20. Oh, actually, I didn't get Niala to roll a d20, did I? Sorry. Niala roll a d20.
No, you didn't make me roll.
And Nan, did you roll one? Oh, no. Oh, you did?
No, Nan did. That's when the extra one came along.
I think so. Yeah, I did.
She rolled a 14.
Do I tell you my roll?
Actually, no, Nan didn't at the beginning of her turn. So, Nan, you need to do it as well, please. Sorry. Yes, go for it. You tell me your roll, Niala.
I think I rolled it.
Nan rolled a 14, and that's when the extra wolf and rider came along.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so you got a 1.
I just rolled a 1.
Okay. Can you roll a d4?
Oh no.
And another d4. Two. From the front left corner of this of your vehicle, out of the trees leap 4 undead onto the cart, and they land onto the cart. Right up in you. One maybe on Esben, several on the thing, and you're sitting right next to, like, riding along. One's facing Nan. One you're looking forwards. That one's looking the other way. as you land on, this is what you see before you. Arden, so it's your turn. So what did you roll for your one?
Okay, I haven't rolled yet. I was waiting to see what the result of that would be. Okay, rolling a d20.
Yes, please.
No.
Please roll a d4.
Well, I'm going to be busy my turn. A 3.
Okay, we roll a d4.
And a 4.
From the back corner where you are, leap another 3 zombies. It's currently 7 zombies on the cart.
Oh no.
Right. Okay. Pack it. Right, here we go. Let's deal with this. Okay. Right. Tried magic. Magic didn't work so much for me, so I'm going back to the shit that I know does work for me.
I mean, you could.
So I'm going to say there's 2 clawing on the back nearly where you are, and 1 landed on the top up near Nan. So this just to give you some sort of, no, not near Nan, sorry, on the top near the other big boy that Nan tried to kick.
Okay, I'm going to throw blows. And I'm gonna in turn just hit as many of these things as I possibly can.
Go, let's have some punches.
So I get 4 punches.
Roll them all together and we'll see if they hit.
And for each one of these punches, I'm going to ask them to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Let's see if these punches hit him.
Okay, there we go. First strike. 25.
Yeah.
8 damage, dexterity saving throw.
What's the DC?
15.
First one makes his dex save and hangs on the back.
Okay.
And what was the damage, sorry?
Oh gosh, good question. What's the damage? I just said it and I would have already forgotten. Where's the log?
Sorry,
Is there a dice
I should
log
be looking-
where?
I
It
should
was
be looking at-
8.
8, thank you.
8. 8, thank you. Okay, second one. 18.
Yep.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
That's the one on the back. You smack it, and is it stunning?
Sorry?
Is it stunning strike?
No, it's just a dexterity saving throw.
So it doesn't pass its dex, sorry.
Okay, so I kick him 15 feet and he goes flying off the
Yeah. Yeet! Proper
fucking
yeeted
yeet.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's still one hanging on the back.
It would have been 10 damage, but he's fucking
No,
yeeted.
just yeeted.
Yep. Okay, third one. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeet!
Okay, 15 feet. Fucking just whack
Into
that
trees.
one.
There's-
Fucking just,
Yeah. You're just kicking zombies off the back.
yep.
As
And
you've got
final
one more. That's the one on the top.
another dirty 20. Dexterity
I rolled
saving throw,
natural
please.
20 for its save though. So
That's all right. And he takes 8 damage.
okay, 8 again. There we go. What a wonderful kicky round. So at the back of this cart, there's like hanging on by a rope, and there's like zombies like flying off the back of this thing. That is some lovely imagery. Bishop, you'll go. You tried to go faster. You managed to gain a little on them. Can you make me a perception check first of all?
Uh-oh.
I'm blind and I can't see. Okay. Hey, 19? 19.
You see ahead of you that the track veers slightly to the left. And as you come careering around this corner at top speed, you see that the cart is going down and sort of embankment, and that the path leads that way. But you see that the path has actually fallen away, and what the cart now moves on to seems to be a frozen river. And you start hearing the sounds of the skis going over this frozen river, makes this spooky, hollow, echoing sound. There's more scratching, harsher sound, and these kind of weird starts happening. And you see the last wolf swallowed up as the ice envelops this creature completely, as the weight of the cart starts breaking up the ice. The ice starts splitting behind you all. You still have the one parallel to you. You still have 4 zombies reasonably nearby to you. What would you like to do?
Do I roll D20 or something?
You do not need to do that now.
No?
You're out
No?
on this
Okay.
ice. You're free of the tree line, which is where they seem to be established.
All right, so we're still being followed. The where the ice is breaking beneath us.
Yeah, you have 4 zombies on the front. You have 1 zombie and small sled with a wolf on the left of the thing, and 1 big boy on the top, 1 ugly boy on the top.
One that's taken a hit from me.
Yeah.
Do
No, there's two on the top actually. There's one that you've hit and the one that Nan tried to trip.
do do I see anything else? Like anything beyond like the lake or what I assume might be a lake?
You can use your turn to make a further perception check if you'd like.
Not worth it though. Like, okay. From what I can slightly tell from the ice breaking beneath us, is it like deep? Like, will we get stuck if we stop?
You think that somewhere beneath this there is water.
Yeah,
Flowing water.
we don't want to deal with that. I'm gonna just keep going, see if we can hopefully outrun the ice breaking, and if the
So-
zombies can fall into it.
Tell me how you spur these polar bears on. They're not on their kind of favored terrain. They've got to dig their claws in now to get purchase. What do you do? Describe this moment. How do you speed along to get away from this ever cracking ice behind you that's starting to break up, and you feel the back of the cart with Arden hanging on the back, and Rook also in a similar position, I believe, as well, like clinging on the back, and you'd start seeing this ice breaking up and cold water splashing on your Rook. It's real cold.
No more con saves, please.
Would I?
You would.
Also, would.
Absolutely, you would.
The
Just
one
for
thing
shits
that
and
you're meant to be good at as well as a barbarian.
I want to say, like, either loud enough where they can hear me, like the Espen and Bjorn.
Yeah.
Bjorn, right? Yeah. And where I say, just wait. What time of day is it? Is it like?
It's coming near dawn now, because this was all happening at night. If you remember, you had to break up your sleep to get up, run. You can see like it's maybe dawn's just starting to break to the right of the cart. No, sorry, to behind the cart. Sorry,
Yeah.
where the ice is breaking. Actually,
I'm gonna say just a little bit more until we could get to the bank of wherever we are, like to the bank of said lake, I think. And
it seems to be a route, but it seems linear like this.
oh shit. Oh, okay. So can then am I able to like steer it a little bit more closer to land?
Of course you can, but you need to go fast as this ice is breaking up. So I'd say make an animal
Oh,
handling check
no.
to see if we outrun this ice.
That 1 or a 7? It was a 7, so 11.
11. You get them to go. You're in double digits. The back end of the cart dips in. You have a dex from Arden and a strength from Rook, if you like to cling on as the back end goes.
Oh, how's like the broken sled thing, like the ski?
17.
How is it?
16.
16?
So like this is basically broken ice we're just grinding on.
And what's yours, Arden?
17.
17. So you both take 3 cold damage, but you manage to get out of it quick, and the kind of cop pulls it back up onto the thing, and you're speeding along at high speed. Right, we are coming to the end of our session, so we can stop it here if you'd like, or do you want to play just the next little bit?
Let's
Let's
say I
save
want
it
to
till next week.
continue.
How is
I wanna
everyone
do the
feeling?
next-
Like, I want to. Have you got work area and stuff to do? Okay, let's call it here. As you speed along the ice, and your pursuers are trying to keep up. There's zombies on the front. You're out on the ice. The ice is cracking beneath your cart, and you speed off along this frozen riverbank to who knows where. And that's where we'll end our session for this evening. Thank you very much for playing. Yay.